Tiffany joins us now, and Tiffany, every day in Cuyahoga County, they're looking for more than 100 kids, and a lot of the pictures are right there with you.
Yeah, you know, John and Lena, it is really eye-opening looking at this wall here. These are the young people missing from right here in Ohio. And just think, within their first 48 hours of being on the street, statistics show they will be solicited for sex. We are talking about human trafficking here. But there was a local group working to make sure these kids get to a safe place.
This girl's been missing since December 31st, and he's been missing since September 25th. Where are you? Are you stuck in a situation you can't get out of?
It is the unknown that is truly scary. Teenagers missing, tough neighborhoods, abandoned homes.
Because we know that people stay in them.
A girl last seen not too far from this East 99th Street neighborhood in Cleveland. But for Karen McHenry and Dina Balk, the journey to somehow connect with her and others begins just 7 miles away at Belfair JCB in Shaker Heights.
We're really here to provide help and hope.
A child service agency with a small team whose mission is focused on homeless and missing youth. Karen says there's an underlying issue with all of these young people who leave home because of neglect, hunger, or abuse.
They're not feeling accepted or loved or heard in the places where they stay. Many of our kids do what's called couch surfing, so they go from house to house, and then till eventually that couch ends up being a really dangerous situation.
And predators know what to look for.
And so they're honing in on that vulnerability, and that's how they're connecting with them, manipulating them.
So Karen and Dina continue their mission, boots on the ground, the ultimate goal, prevention.
Running is a behavior. So you're running to something or from something. And that's really what we're trying to educate the community on, is that either way, it's a kid and they're victims of a situation and they need help.
And so January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Of course, we showed you these pictures here on this wall, but there were even so many more online that we couldn't fit. And just think about the kids that haven't even been reported missing. So Belfair wants you to know, if you're a teenager who needs help or you know a teenager who needs help, they have a 24-hour hotline 7 days a week. Lena, that number 216-570-8010. And it's up to us really to also help. If you know a teenager who looks to be in trouble, ask them, are they okay? Do you need help? And point them in the right direction.
We have breaking news right at 4 as 2 children and 2 adults are unaccounted for following this hot house fire on Cleveland's east side.
Let's get right to Tiffany Tarpley, who's live at the scene of the fire on Hillview Road. Tiffany, what can you tell us at this point?
You can see here behind me, John and Lena, it is still a very active scene this morning. We can tell you the fire is under control at this point, but we want to go ahead and show you some of the video, show you just how intense these flames were here overnight. Firefighters are saying that because of how badly damaged, how badly burned this home is, that is really hurting their efforts to find these 2 adults and these 2 children who they believe could be very well inside of this home. Arson investigators are on scene, as well as crime scene investigators. And as you mentioned, the weather has definitely been a factor here. It's very windy. And then firefighters have to work in these conditions, these very icy conditions, as they spray water on the home. We can also tell you that 1 person jumped from this home and was taken to Cleveland Clinic for treatment. The fire happened around 1 o'clock this morning. Again, we're on Hillview, just west of Euclid Avenue on the city's east side. We are working to get more information for you this morning, and as we get it, we'll be sure to pass it along. Holly, the conditions very cold, very treacherous, very icy. Saying her name, thinking about her, her life, her potential, everything she had to offer this world. For this father, it's tough.
Tara is the child everybody wishes they had.
A straight-A student, dance instructor.
She never caused a moment of trouble.
Teacher. The 25-year-old's life was tragically cut short.
That pain is every day.
Pain he doesn't want another father, mother, sibling, friend to feel. Tara and her then boyfriend were shot and killed while sitting in a car in Massillon in August of 2016. The shooter, her ex.
But he was a college graduate, middle management, Fortune 500 company, had his own car, had his own house, his own job. He acted decent enough when he was around us. You can't tell. You just can't tell.
There's an ornament for Tara that will be hung on one of 3 12-foot trees at Akron's main library downtown. Robert Klossman, his wife, and other families will gather for the 23rd Angel Tree ceremony honoring the more than 900 people who died violently in Summit County in the past 24 years.
Part of the healing is not necessarily that you move past it. It's learning how to deal with it. It's a new normal, and we want them to know that they have support in their journey.
You're in a room, an auditorium, with a bunch of people who are going through the same thing, suffering the same pain, hurt.
Robert hopes his daughter's story can help someone else break free from abuse.
Get out of it. Get out of the situation as far away as you can.
Channel 3 News Today.
Good morning, and thank you so much for waking up with us this morning. Well, the halls of a local high school will be emptied tomorrow after a student died. It's closed to make sure what happened to him doesn't happen to someone else. Family have identified the victim as 14-year-old Ryan Freeland. You see him here. Channel 3's Andrew Haransky explains what exactly happened to him. More sad news this morning. A worker at a food plant in Canton has died after an industrial accident. Police say he got caught in a machine. The name of the employee has not been released yet, but Freshmark has released a statement saying our primary concern rests with the well-being of this employee's family, as well as with the safety and well-being of all of our employees in the Canton and other Freshmark facilities. Well, the Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner is working to determine exactly how an elderly woman died at her home. You see, police believe violence somehow played a role in this. The 88-year-old was found unresponsive on Vineyard Avenue in Cleveland. Police say they went to the house for a welfare check because she had not been seen since December 9th. Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine is warning Ohioans to beware of phony offers for federal grants. Jasmine Monroe joins us now with some tips on how we can keep ourselves from becoming a victim. The Salvation Army is looking for some volunteers. They're always looking for bell ringers, of course, but now they need help with serving meals and for people to greet guests who shop at the food pantries there. Major Brian Glasgow says volunteering and giving back shows what the community is really all about. Still ahead this morning, reports of thousands of emails from President Trump's transition into the White House now in the hands of the FBI, what they're looking for and the controversy. Plus, we are live at a giant Candyland. How you can get in on all of the fun this holiday season. We'll be back.